3 weeks before the making of this video, I did a poll, and the results were interesting. The question was, how did you start speaking in tongues? And as the results show, 47% of people say they began speaking in tongues on their own. 50% say they began speaking in tongues after someone prayed for them. And 3% said it's complicated. So I don't know exactly what it means by it's complicated, but definitely it's complicated. That's why it can't even be explained, probably. So I didn't really expect that 47% of the people began speaking in tongues on their own. In most cases, or the general assumption is that people begin speaking in tongues after someone prays for them, lays their hands on them, or something of that kind. But to have almost half of the people who speak in tongues having started speaking in tongues on their own, yeah, that is interesting. And on top of that, I must also mention that it shows how much God is at work. The fact that almost half of the people who speak in tongues began speaking in tongues on their own really shows that God is at work, and that it does not really need the men of God to be for the kingdom of God to advance. God can do it himself. And I'm a firm advocate of people knowing God for themselves and people seeking God for themselves. So while it is okay to have people assist you and help you in your walk of salvation, I always advocate that people should strive to have their own relationship with God. And in this case, I'm pleased that majority of people actually began speaking in tongues on their own. Like a large number of people began to speak in tongues on their own. Personally, I began speaking in tongues after someone prayed for me. So definitely, I'm in the second category, the 50%. Yeah, but I'm very glad. Yeah, so that was the poll, and I just wanted to let you know